Hello everyone, welcome to Learn for Exam. In this video, we will be practicing profit and loss questions, right? This is the first question. Please feel free to pause the video and solve it out, and then let's discuss the solution. Right, so in this video, it's given that the ratio of cost price and market price of an article is 2:3, right? So let me take the cost price of the article to be equal to 200 and the market price of the article to be equal to 300. The ratio stands at 2:3. The ratio of percentage profit and discount is 3:2. Okay, so profit percentage is, let's say, 3x and discount percentage would be equal to 2x. Now here the discount is calculated on market price and the profit is calculated on cost price. So a better way out to do this question is, why not use the options and see? Why not use option B and C, because they're better looking options right away. So let's take the profit percentage to be equal to 20. Now if profit percentage is equal to 20, then discount percent would be somewhere around discount percent would be 12 point something, right? Or 13, around 13, right? So a 13% drop in this value is almost around rupees 40, and a 20% increase in this amount, that is profit, is around rupees 40 as well. But these two numbers then do not match, so 20 is not a proper option. Why not go for 25%, right? But before I go for 25%, I also see that there's a 33.33%. Now since this is a multiple of 3, why not go for a multiple of 3 as the option and try it out first? So if 3x is equal to 33.33, then 2x would be equal to 22.22, right? A total amount on this to 33.33 on this would be 1/3 of 200. That means that amount after profit, that is the selling price, would be 4/3 into 200, or 800 by 3. And for market price, it would be 22.22 ka decrease, right? So that is 2/9 ka decrease on 300, or a decrease of 2 into if I cancel this off by 3, I'll get 100 here, 3 here, or 2/3 into 100, or 200/3 ka decrease, right? So the increase in this was from 200, that is 200/3 ka, and the decrease is here. Now point is, if I add these two numbers, I should have got 100, right? Because it should be adding up to the numerator. It should be adding up to the difference in the cost price and the market price, that is rupees 100. But I see that it's not happening, right? So that means even 33.33 is not the correct answer. So the answer is going towards 25%. So why not try with 25? If 3x is equal to 25%, so I'm having a selling price of 250, because 25% on this is 50, so the selling price of the article is 250. So I need to give a discount of how much? I need to give a discount of 50%, 50 rupees on 300. That would be my discount percentage, and that is equal to, in terms of percentage, if I calculate, I'll cancel these two zeros, so it would be equal to 50/3. Now if 25% is equal to 3x, the value of x is equal to 3/25. Sorry, 25/3, right? And then the value of 2x would be equal to 50/3, and I see yes, 50/3 matches in these two numbers, so option C is the correct answer. Now this is a longer approach. Even if we're seeing the options and doing it out, it seemed a longer approach. So the proper approach for this question might not be using options, but rather doing it in the normal approach, right? The normal definite approach that is used via using variables and doing it out. Let's move on to the second question. If two articles are bought for rupees 600, one of them is sold at 22% and the other is sold at a lot of 8%, and no profit and no loss is made, what is the selling price of the article that is sold at a loss? Right, so on one I'm making a profit of 12, on the other I'm making a loss of 8, and in all I'm making no loss or profit. So in all I'm not making a profit or a loss. So let me calculate using allegation. So it would be in the ratio of 8:22, or rather 4:11 is the ratio of cost prices, right? So if the cost price of this article is 4x, the cost price of this article would be 11x. Now 4x plus 11x would be equal to 600, because that is the total cost price of both the articles. So 15x is equal to 600, or the value of these two articles would be from here x is equal to 40, right? So this is available at 160 rupees, this is available at 440 rupees. Now what is the selling price of the article that is sold at a loss? This is sold at a loss, so the selling price of this article would be 0.92 into 440, and that is the answer for this question. Because I'm making a loss of 8%, my selling price would be 0.92, or 440 minus 8% of 440. Now 0.92 into 440 is equal to 404.8, and that is the answer for this question, my friends. Let's move on to the next. A merchant has 100 kgs of sugar, part of which is sold at 7% profit, the rest at 17% profit. He gains a total of 10%. Okay, again let's use allocation. 7 is to 3. So if this is 7x, this would be equal to 3x. Total quantity is given as 100, so the value of x comes at 10. So this is available for, this was 70 kg, this was 30 kgs. मुझको क्या निकालना है? How much is sold at 17% profit? 30 kgs is the answer for this question. Real quick, right? If you use allocation in these questions, it becomes very easy for you. The MRP of a product is 50%, 55% above its manufacturing cost. The product is sold through a retailer who earns 23% profit on its purchase price. What is the profit percentage expressed in nearest integer from the manufacturer who sells its product to the retailer? The retailer gives a 10% discount on the MRP. Okay, fine. So consider that the manufacturing cost of this item is equal to rupees 100, right? Then the MRP, maximum retail price, would be 155, because I have a markup of 55%, right? Now the product is sold through a retailer who earns 23% profit on his purchase price. What is the profit percentage for the manufacturer who sells his product to the retailer? The retailer also gives 10% discount on the MRP. So if this is the MRP, after giving a 10% discount, the discount would be of 15.50 rupees, right? On the MRP. But point is, now here it's given that the product is sold through a retailer who earns 23% profit on his purchase price. So whatever is the purchase price of the retailer, he is earning a 23% profit on that, right? Now since this is the MRP of the product and the retailer gives a 10% discount, the after discount it comes down to 139.50. Now on 139.50 he is making a profit of 23%, right? So on this we are making a profit of 23%, and that means the price at which he's making it available to the customer is 139.50 divided by 1.23, that is available at 113.41, and this is the a purchase amount in which the manufacturer is selling him the product. So how much is the manufacturing gaining? Now the manufacturing cost is rupees 100, he has to sell it for 113.41, so he is making a profit of 13% approximately, if I do it to the nearest integer. Right, let's move on to the next. A merchant can buy goods at the rate of 20 per good. The particular good is a part of an overall collection and the value is linked to the number of items that are already in the market. So the merchant sells the first good for rupees 2, second for 4, and so on. He wants to make an overall profit of at least 40%. Then what is the minimum number of goods he should sell? So if I say that the total number of goods, the minimum number of goods he has to sell is equal to n, then the total cost price of that would be equal to 20n, right? Now out of this 20n, he sells the first good at rupees 2, the second at 4 and 6, and so on. So I need to find out. So this is nothing but 2 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 to n by 2, right? I need to find out the sum of these numbers. Sum of first and even numbers would be equal to n, I'm sorry, it's equal to n into n plus 1, right? The sum of first n even numbers. I'm making a profit of at least 40%. Since this is the cost price, the selling price should be at least 28n. And this is the total selling price that I'm getting, n into n plus 1. So I need to make sure that n into n plus 1 has to be greater than 28n, right? Or if I cancel off n from both the sides of this equation, I would be getting that n plus 1 should be greater than 28, or n should be greater than 27. Now if n is greater than 27, at 27 what happens? At 27 I'm exactly getting 40%. Now here the question mentions that I need to make at least a profit of 40%. Uska matlab ye bhi hai that even if I'm making a profit of 40%, that works, right? So n can take the value of 27. This is for n making a profit of greater than 40%. If n makes, if the person here makes a profit of equal to 40%, then n would be greater than equal to 27. In that case, what would be the number of products that he needs to sell? He needs to sell 27 products. Let's move into the next question. The cost price of 20 articles is same as the selling price of X articles. If the profit is 25%, then the value of X is what? Okay. Cool. The profit is 25%. Keep that in mind. So let me take the cost price of one article to be equal to 5 rupees. 4 rupees. Why did I take 4? Calculating 25% becomes easy. So what is the selling price of one article? The selling price of one article is rupees 5. What is the cost price of 20 articles? Cost price of 20 articles would be equal to 4 into 20 or rupees 80. And this is equal to the selling price of X articles, right? The selling price of X articles. And now I can see that the selling price of one article is 5. So for how many articles will I be having a selling price of 80? 80 by 5. So I would be needing 16 articles. So the value of X is equal to 16. Let's move on to the next. A shopkeeper purchased 2 varieties of rice, 80 kg at rupees 13.50 and 120 kg at rupees 16 per kg, and he mixed the two varieties of rice and he sold the mixture at a gain of 16%. We need to find the price per kg of the mixture. Okay, so what is the total amount here? Let's calculate that first. 080 is the price of the first type and 1920 is the price of the second. In total he expends rupees 3000 is purchasing 200 kgs of rice, right? Now what is the price per kg of the mixture? It's going to be equal to 15 rupees per kg. I'm also making a gain of 16%, so the selling price would be equal to 1.16 into 15, that is equal to 17.4 rupees, and that is the answer for this question. Let's move on to the last question for today's class. Rahim marks up all his jeans in his shop for 20% higher. He gave 25% discount on 2/5 of the total jeans and 12% discount on 1/5. Right? 2/5 and 1/4. So let me take the total number of jeans to be equal to 100. Total jeans is equal to, let's say, 100. I've also taken the price per jeans to be equal to 100. So since there is a 20% hike in the markup, so the marked price would be equal to 120. Also the total cost price would be number of jeans into the cost per jeans, that is coming out to be 10,000 rupees. Now he makes an overall profit of 2.3%. So on this 2.3%, so the total selling price has to be equal to 1.023 into 10,000, that is equal to 10230. On 2/5 he gives 12% discount, and on 1/5 25%, and 1/4 he gives 12%. 2/5 of 100 would be equal to 40 jeans and 1/4 would be 25 jeans, right? The total selling prices of these articles would be and 105.6, so total cost would be 3600 and 2640. In all I'm expending a total of 6240. Now I need the total price to be this is the remaining price. So on the remaining number of jeans, that is on 35 jeans, I need to sell them at the remainder of price, that is 3990. I'm sorry, 3990. So in one jeans he needs to get 114. Now since the market price is 120, he needs to sell it for 114. The discount percentage is equal to 5%. Right. Let's see the next question. Here it's given that a man would gain 25% by selling a chair for rupees 47.5 and gain 15% for selling a table for rupees 57.5. Right? He sells the chair for rupees 36. We need to find out what is the least price for which he must sell the table to avoid any loss on the two together. Right. So if the selling price is given as 47.5 and I am making a profit percent of 25%, then the cost price of the article would be 47.5 divided by 1.25. I'm sorry, 1.25. This is equal to 47.5 divided by 1.25 would be equal to 38, right? So this comes out to be 38 rupees. And the selling price of the table is given as 57.5. I am making a profit percent of 15%, so the cost price of the article would be 57.5 divided by 1.15, which comes out to be 50 rupees. So the total cost price would be equal to 88, that is 38 plus 50. Now I am already selling the chair for rupees 36, right? And I need to find out, if I don't want to make any loss or profit, what amount do I need to sell the table. So from this 88, 36 is already out, so 52 rupees is remaining, right? Anything equal to or above, so anything greater than or equal to 52 will make sure that I'm not making any loss. So what is the minimum amount? The minimum amount is rupees 52. I need to sell this chair at least for rupees 52, and thus option D, I'm sorry, is the right answer for this question. Let's move on to the last question for today. Now, by selling a pen at a profit of 60%, a man got 38 rupees more than one third of its cost price. So let me assume that the cost price of the article is equal to 3x. Why 3x? Because calculating one third becomes easy, right? Now, if I'm having a 60 percentage profit, so why not take it as 30x? Calculating 60% also becomes easy, you know? So if the cost price is 38 and I'm selling it at a profit of 60, the selling price would be equal to 18x plus 30x, which is equal to 48x. Now it's given that he got 38 rupees more than one third of its cost price, right? So this is 38 rupees plus one third of its cost price, that is 10x. So that means the value of 48x is equal to 38 plus 10x, or the value of 38x is equal to 38 rupees, or the value of x is equal to 1. If the value of x is equal to 1, the cost price of the article would become 30 rupees and the selling price of the article becomes 48. What do I need to find out? What is the cost price of the pen? So yes, the answer for this question is 30. Right? So these were the questions that I wanted to discuss with you people, and I hope all of these questions are clear to all of you. So this was about the free class today from Learn for Exam. If you have any doubts, any queries, please feel very free to reach out to us and let us know if you have anything to for us, right? So take care of yourselves, guys, and have a very good day ahead. Bye bye. That's it for today.